Good evening. It sounds so crazy to say this. I'm a grandma. Like a real grandma. Except for that's not, I don't think that's going to be my name. I'm also a grandma who is dog sitting, and I'm sitting outside because Xander and Kendra keep their little garage like a meat locker. And it's been somewhat freezing in the hospital as well. So it's a beautiful evening here. I'm actually somewhat chilly. And I thought that I would come hang out with y'all, talk about how things have been going, and, just get a little excited and share things like grandmas do. Cause I think like that's what happens, right? I'm supposed to break out pictures and be like, oh, but look at how cute mine is and all of those things. I'm talking to you on my phone, so I don't have any additional pictures to share just yet. But, I am a grandma now, and that's pretty big deal, actually. I am thinking I'm a Mamie. I thought about J-Ma, I thought about Mamie, I've thought about Mimi, I've thought, like there's so many things. And ultimately, whatever Kinley decides to call me, I will respond to. I promise you. It's kind of funny though. In my career, when I would introduce myself in meetings, I would talk about, and I would say, how we're in meetings and we say, we'll take care of it, they'll take care of it, someone. I would say, I'm we, I'm they, and I'm someone. And for the most part, I don't care what you call me as long as you don't call me grandma. And now you know what? Grandma is my favorite dang title that I have. Like, add that to my resume, check it off, because holy cow, we have arrived. So excited. Y'all, she is so precious and beautiful and just perfect, which I'm sure that every single grandmother and mother say, but I'm sorry, she's perfect. She's the perfect mix of Xander and Kendra, and she's changing she's not even 24 hours old yet, and she's changing so fast. I held her this morning. I'm trying not to be, like overbearing and over the top or like demanding or anything like that. But I got to hold her. I got to take a few pictures with her, and then I got to spend time with her today, and it has been such a blessing. Like, everyone's always told me that the second that you meet your grandchild, that there is something inside of you that explodes or changes. And I was like, yeah, I get to experience that when the animals are born or when my son was born or that type of thing. No, friends. Whoever said that becoming a grandma changes you, I'm Jamie Walker, and I'm a grandma, and I can admit those things now because it's true. There's a hair that's blown in my face and it's tickling me in my nose, and I apologize. I'm sitting outside in Xander and Kendra's side yard. I'm on dog duty, as you can tell, but I wanted to debrief. I posted a picture today with me and Kinley, and I'm trying really hard to respect the kids' privacy and their timeline, because it's not up to me what to share. It is completely up to them. And I will talk about so many things with y'all, but I am not going to pressure anyone into sharing more than they want to. So I asked permission this morning if I could share the picture of Kinley and I, and Kendra told me yes, and Xander told me yes, and I did that. And y'all have been so sweet and so kind to me. Both mom and baby are doing well. Kinley was born yesterday on October 1st, and Kendra did amazing. Xander did amazing. Xander didn't even pass out. Boy, did they give him a hard time. Like, not in a mean way. Like, they joked about it, and they said dads pass out all the time. They even gave him a chair, and they're like, if you feel it coming, it'd probably be a good idea to sit down. And you know what? He didn't. He was so supportive. And let me tell you what, if you want to ever feel like you've accomplished something in life, or if you ever feel down or have your doubts about anything, watching your adult son care for his partner and be so attentive and worried in her time of pain and stress, and the way that he held her, pushed her, encouraged her, coached her, wiped the sweat off of her, and just loved her was like incredible. And then you take that to the next level of the way that he looks at his daughter and his partner right there together. I don't know what heaven is, but I felt like I'm gonna cry. I felt like I was in it last night. It sounds crazy, but I felt accomplished as a mom. I felt like something that I did somewhere along the way, or maybe it's what I didn't do, or maybe it's what what he learned not to do. I don't know. But I looked at that moment and I'm like, what a good man. It was powerful. And I have moments of video that I capture, but I don't intend to share it with y'all. It is for them. It's for Kinley's story someday. And I wanted that to be special and sacred for them. There were some funny moments that happened as well, and there was so much going on in that room, but I will tell you that Kendra was a champ, like a full-blown champ. And she worked so hard, and she did it. She did it. And she did it with grace. I don't think she ever said a curse word. So proud of that. Pretty sure I would have said a few. And Kinley Cole Walker was born yesterday at 9:41 p.m. She weighed 6 pounds and 2 ounces and was 18.5 inches long. And the reason I'm allowed to share that is because well, for a few reasons. We took internal bets, okay? I am proud to say that I guessed the weight. But the crazy part is when we got to the hospital and Kendra's sister arrived, she guessed the exact same weight that I did. And I looked at her and I was like, are you kidding me? She goes, no. I was like, it has to be right then. So we guessed her weight. Xander guessed her length. I guess he also guessed her weight because he said over 6 pounds. But Kendra guessed her time of birth almost exactly, which was crazy. And this was at midnight when we were going in. I made a video and I was like, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? So we have proof. And it was pretty amazing. So it was pretty cool for somebody to be spot on throughout that. I didn't get to ask all the family members or anything like that. It was just the 3 of us and then Kendra's sister. So it was, y'all, remarkable day. It was exhausting, but I feel embarrassed to even say that I was exhausted because I did not give birth. I did not go through what Kendra did. So, yes. The mom and baby are doing absolutely incredible, and the memories that came from that moment, like I owe so much for Kendra for bringing my granddaughter into this world, but also for allowing me to be a part of it. Like when she told me, I would love for you to be in the room, I thought she was joking. Like, absolutely yes, but I thought she meant like, you know, throughout the day while she's laboring. I didn't know that she was allowing me to witness the birth of my very first grandchild. I'm gonna cry again. And I know there's a lot of things about mother-in-laws and daughter-in-laws and like relationships, but I will tell you that Kendra is a daughter to me, and she always has been, but this was just like tenfold, 100-fold. And I also have to admit to you that I almost missed it, okay? I take a lot of pride in the fact that I jumped in to handle dog duty, and being here to let them out, and that I don't just come let them out, that I sit outside, I let them spend time so that they have some glimmer of normalcy, because otherwise they're locked in they have kennels. And I knew it was gonna be a long day, so I was like, I'll go handle the dog situation, because I didn't want Xander to step away or feel like he had to step away. So yesterday I was here for the 4th time. I was sitting outside just like this, and I'm, messing around on my phone and hanging out. And Xanderson, I left and Kendra was a 2. And I wasn't gone very long. And I got a text and a call and another text from Xander that said, she's a 7. And I was like, holy cow, okay. So I start to put the dogs up, and Xander calls back and goes, you need to get here right now. Y'all, I don't know how, but that mini Pearl made it to the hospital in 37 seconds, and I ran across that parking lot. I don't know if you know this. I don't run unless someone's chasing me, and I ran. And I ran through the parking lot, and then I ran through the hospital, and waiting for the elevator felt like the end of days, because it took, an extra minute for it to show up. And I ran to the hall, and then I got to labor and delivery, and the little double doors, and you had to push the button to be let in. Well, everybody was in the room trying to help Kendra, so I'm like, oh my God, I have this opportunity, I'm gonna miss it, blah, blah, blah. I'm freaking out and panicking. And then Xander calls and goes, are you here? I'm like, yes. He goes, I'll come get you. I'm like, don't leave her. Well, they weren't in her room, they were in someone else's room. We had more time. But I really thought that I was almost missing it. I got there in time to be able to be a part of all of the pushing, and it went so fast. And when she came out and cried the first lungful of air, tears were just streaming down my face. And I captured the moment that Xander saw her on video, and it was so magical, just pure magic. And I know we always say that the gift of life is a miracle, but watching that in real life, it was like I said, it was what I imagine that heaven feels like. It was so special, so special. So I owe Kendra so many thanks for allowing me to be a part of that, but also for bringing this beautiful grandbaby into the world for us to love. She's so precious, y'all. And I've watched, don't do that. Another funny story is yesterday's day rolled into this day. We'll talk about that here in a little bit more. But don't do it. I'm on cloud 9. I've had very little sleep, but I don't care. I don't care. It was awesome, and so very, very worth it. I'm back here now, letting the dogs out again, and I will head back up to the hospital. I'm trying hard. I promise you, I'm not being overbearing. At least I don't think that I'm being overbearing. I'm trying to be present, but in the background, and take care of the dogs, deliver the food, and then, oh my God, the things going on with the house situation. I will make a video that I'll tomorrow's Friday. I will probably try to make a video that plays maybe tomorrow afternoon to tell you about updates around that. But Kinley Cole Walker is a girl. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Cole is Xander's middle name, so they passed his middle name on to their daughter, which is so thoughtful, and I love it. Kendra did tell me that she played a joke on Xander last weekend and said, I think that I like this name better. And Xander must have looked at her and was like, why would you change it after all this time? Everything's printed with her name on it and all kinds of stuff. She's like, I was just kidding. Us women like to change our minds every once in a while. But yes, super special. And thank you for all the kind words for me, for them, the prayers that y'all prayed for their safety. I was worried. This weekend, I was so, so worried. And I fully believe that your prayers helped us have this beautiful baby in our lives. And it is an incredible, incredible blessing. All right. So the dogs want to go back into the house, which is the noise that you hear. And it's a funny story because Xander has a keypad on his door to get into his garage. It has a keyhole as well, but it has, like, you know, the code thingy. One of their dogs knows that if you, like, he's smart enough to know that those buttons mean that that door could maybe open. He's watched his owners do it a bunch of times, so he presses the buttons intentionally. And in doing so, locked me out of the house yesterday. On top of all of the other things that were going on. I had to call Xander and be like, hey, so I know that you gave me a key, but I left it inside. So how else do you get in? And he was like, oh yeah, Ace locked you out, huh? Yes. Yes, he did. How do you know that? He goes, because that's why we had to put that on there. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, because their original doorknob had a flat thing instead of just a round doorknob, and the dogs could open it and let themselves in when they're trying to let them out. You know, it's fun to have animals. So fun. No, I know that they know that something is off and wrong. Their mom and dad haven't been here, and things are just way out of whack. I'm here, and they keep looking at me like, yeah, you're great and all, but like, what are you doing? Last night, I actually stayed in Xander and Kendra's bed to give the dog some sort of normalcy. And only one jumped up on the edge of the bed and like kind of looked at me like, what are you doing here? Why would you be here? Well, I just, you know, they just want to be out and not in their kennels, and they deserve that too. So I'll be Mamie to the whole clan, I guess. But I'm hoping that they do smell the baby on me. Xander was here today for a little bit as well, and he played with them, and I'm hoping that her scent was on him, and that they can, you know, get used to those things. But they definitely know that something's up. Just they're out of whack right now. But they are very protective dogs, that's for sure. They're watching that back gate, waiting for Xander to walk through, because his car is here, which is so sad. This would be the normal time that he would be getting home, I guess. So anyway, wanted to just share that with y'all, check in, say hello. I'm sorry that I'm not producing normal scheduled videos right now. I wanted to embrace all of this and make sure that I'm both present and available, and my mind is like 1,000 miles a minute about here. I did not fix the lawnmower yet. Haven't even tried to deal with that. But tomorrow, I have some plans of some things, and I will absolutely, I will make a video and share with you, because it's house stuff, and I want to keep you updated on what's going on, because it is wild what is going on. Anyway, I'm gonna hang out with these fellas for a little bit longer, and then I actually have real work to do too. I have totally ignored my job for the last 2 days, and tomorrow is the day that I need to not ignore that, so I need to dig out of that and pay attention after I get home from the hospital. And then I am probably gonna aim for a little bit more sleep tonight. You know, feels like a thing that I might want to do. Thank y'all. So that's a farm that's 2 doors over, like a grain farm, and they're moving grain into one of their silos. I don't know if you could see it through the trees back there. See that silo right there? That is a huge cattle farm that is 2 doors away from their house, right on the edge of town. It's pretty cool. I miss home. I miss Lester. I miss my animals, but I am also like, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving for a little bit. I want to be here. I want to be here. I want to help them with their next steps. So yeah, they are not back in the house yet. They are still living in the garage, but I have more to share with you on that tomorrow. So I love y'all so very much. I will tell you all the things that I can tell you. I'll bring you all the things that I can bring you. But this, Grandma, This grandma needs a nap, okay? And I'm gonna take one later. Good night, y'all. I'll talk to you soon.